Hello, it's Hana sensei. I have two stories that I want to share with you. One of them is a story about me when I was young, learning my own language. And the other story is as an adult learning Japanese as a second language. Okay, so the first story starts when I was very, very young. When I was in kindergarten and first grade, I struggled so much in school and I had a hard time paying attention. I had a hard time trying to understand. And actually, my mom got me diagnosed with ADHD. And that is kind of like, it makes it difficult for you to learn sometimes. But anyway, my mom started homeschooling me from second grade. And it went well for the most part when I was interested in the subject I was learning. Like, for example, I loved learning science. I absolutely love science. So I paid attention. But for other subjects that I was not so interested in, I struggled a lot. And one of the things that I struggled with most was learning how to read. I was not interested in reading books when I was young. And I struggled so much that I was even around probably 10 or 11 years old before I read a book that was meant for my age. I could read and I could do very easy reading, but I was about 10 or 11 years old before I could read a book that was meant for my age group. And I remember reading the BFG, and that is The Big Friendly Giant. And I thought that was the funniest book. And I got hooked on books after that. And I started reading and reading and reading. And now actually reading is one of my favorite things to do. So my advice to you is, even if you feel like a certain skill is difficult for you to learn in the beginning, if you stick to it, you can be able to really enjoy it. And my second story that I want to share with you is my experience learning Japanese. When I first moved to Japan, I didn't know any Japanese. I mean, I knew a few words like konnichiwa and arigato, but I didn't know any Japanese. I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know listening skills. I didn't know anything about kanji, nothing, zero. And I moved here together with my husband, and it was a complete culture shock. Everything I had to rely on my husband to do. Speaking with everyone, helping me translate. I couldn't go, grocery shopping by myself because I couldn't read. Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. So yeah, it was a struggle. But over the years, I found that the more I used in my real life, in my daily life, the more I used Japanese, the better I got at it. It wasn't how many hours I spent reading a textbook or listening to CDs on how to speak Japanese. It wasn't learning Japanese from my husband, but it was going out and actually using in my daily life, going to the grocery store or talking to people that I meet when I, go out for any kind of event, or just taking my kids to the park and talking to other parents at the park. Those kinds of experiences really helped me to become much better at communicating and learning more vocabulary, learning more grammar. And being able to have those experiences was so important also for me learning how to communicate with my students in my classroom while trying to teach them English. Because a lot of times, especially for very new students, you don't know any English at all, right? You don't know any English when you first come into my classroom. It's your first time learning your new language. And so me being able to help you by speaking a little bit of Japanese to help you understand what I'm saying in English, I think that really helps to kind of make the turn in between like, I don't understand anything at all to I maybe understand a little bit, right? So I'm really grateful for those experiences, and I hope that you can overcome your struggles in the points that you might feel like you don't have enough experience of speaking or reading or writing, but don't give up. If you keep on trying, you'll get better. The more you try, the better you get, okay? I'll see you. Bye!